Assalamualaikum and good morning all. Okay, today we will learn about product rule of the differentiation. We have a three rule to solve the differentiation of the function. Okay, so first of all, product rule. Okay, the derivative of the product rule, the product of two differentiable functions is given by this. Differentiation of f multiply with gx equal to d over dx, differentiation of fx times gx, the original gx, plus fx multiply with the differentiation of the gx. Okay, if you look at back the differentiation times in SPM times, we have this. Actually, we have integration u prime v plus u v prime. Okay, so actually this is the function of f prime x. If we have fx equal to u times v. So u is a function, v is a function. So f prime x equal to u prime v plus u v prime. So actually this is similar with this, but the notation of the function is quite different. Okay, so please remember all of the function, all of the rule of the differentiation. Okay, so now we look at the example given. Okay, we have example of A. We have A example. Okay, we have the derivative of the function fx equal to 2x squared minus 1 times x cubed plus 3. So actually this is your u and this is your v, right? So I use the SPM level of the formula because of it's quite easy to understand, easy to remember compared to dx and times plus times dx fx d over dx. Actually it is the same. Okay, if you remember the SPM level formula is okay. The method is the same. Okay, so now look at to the example. We have u and v now. So you list out the u and v. Okay, u and v is up to you to assign. Okay, so actually you can assign u in the second function. Okay, u equal to x cubed plus 3 actually. Okay, it's up to you. Then u equal to 2x squared minus 1, right? Then we have u prime. So differentiate 2x squared minus 1, then we get 4x, right? Then we have v equal to x cubed plus 3. Okay, so we have v prime, so we have to differentiate x cubed plus 3, then we get 3x squared, right? So u prime, v prime, then we have to substitute all of the items into the formula of u prime v plus u v prime. So actually this is function formula of f prime x. So u prime equal to this for x. Okay, then we have v here, v equal to x cubed plus 3. And then plus u equal to 2x squared minus 1. And your v prime should be 3x squared. Right. So please don't stop here. We have to simplify and make the function look reasonable. Okay, so please expand this. So for x times x cubed, then we get 4x power of 4. Then for x times 3, then we get 12x. Okay, then expand the second part. Then we have 2x squared times 3x squared, then we get 6x power of 4. 2x squared times, negative 1 times 3x squared, then we get negative 3x squared, right? Then we have to simplify this because we have two parts of the x power of 4, right? So the answer should be 4 plus 6, then we get 10x power of 4, right? Okay, then we have my power of x squared. So negative 3 3x squared power of 1 x power of 1, so plus 12x, and we don't have any constant there. So this is your final solution. Okay, because of we have x there, we have an element of x of the every element here, so we can factor x, right? Then we get 10x power of 3 minus 3x plus 12, right? So this is your final solution. It's okay if you don't cannot factor the x. Okay, you can give me the solution of this, so we can still get the full marks. Okay, we look at again to the rule, another rule, second rule, we have quotient rule. Okay, the quotient rule is specifically for u over v. Please make sure u is the numerator, v is a denominator, right? So to get, for example, this is your f equal to u over v. So to get f prime v, f prime x, then we have u prime v minus u v prime over v square. Actually, this is the same, similar, equal to this function or to this formula. So u prime is the d over dx fx actually, and v equal to gx minus u is fx, and v prime equal to d over dx gx, and v square equal to gx square, right? So if you remember all of the formula in the STM level, you can use it because it's the same theory of the differentiation. Okay, now we look at the example, just the simple example. Okay, we have fx equal to x squared plus 1 and divide by x squared minus 1. Okay, we look at with the sketch paper. Okay, we have x equal to x squared plus 1 then over x squared minus 1. So the simplest differentiation of the quotient product, quotient rule. Okay, so first of all, the numerator we have u. This is actually the u. The denominator equal to v, right? So we have u, the sign u equal to x squared plus 1, and we have to find the u prime here. So differentiate x squared plus 1, then we get 2x, right? Then we have v. So assign v as a denominator, so x squared minus 1, and the v prime should be 2x. Right? So to get the f prime x, so we just substitute all the information given to the formula. So what is the formula? So please recall that u prime v minus u v prime over v squared. This is your formula. Okay, so substitute every element, every information to the function or to the formula. So u prime, then we get 2x, and v equal to x squared minus 1. This is your u prime v minus u v prime, so your u equal to x squared plus 1. Then v prime should be 2x over v squared. So v squared equal to x squared minus 1, alright, square. Okay, for the quotient rule, okay, actually the denominator actually is quite simple. So if you did expand with the form, expand the denominator, you can get the more complex equation. So you just have expand the numerator. Okay, so we get 2x power of 3, so 2x times x squared, then we get 2x power of 3, then minus 2x times 1, right? Then minus 2x times x squared, then we get 2x power of 3 minus, right? Then we have plus minus again, what? Minus 1 times 2x, then minus 2x. Alright, so we have this, we have x cubed, 2x cubed, and minus 2x cubed, then we get 0 there. Okay, over x squared minus 1 power of 2. Okay, what we have to do is now we have to expand, simplify that. So we get negative 4x because of negative 2x minus 2x, then we get negative 4x over x squared minus 1 squared. So this is your final solution. Okay, now we look at the last rule of the differentiation. We have chain rule, the simplest rule of the differentiation. Okay, we have this f x as h prime x equal to d over dx fx power to the power of n. So we have this. First of all, we have to differentiate outside the fn. So we have n times fx power of n minus 1 f prime x. Okay, if you do not familiar with this formula, we can use this. Okay, if you have this fx equal to u power of n. Okay, u is a formula function, so that we can get f prime x equal to, first of all, we have to differentiate u, so that we get n u power of n minus 1. Then we have to multiply with the u prime. Then, so we have this formula. Actually, same with this formula, but in this simplest notation. So if you are familiar with the u, okay, you can use this. If you're familiar with d over dx item, you can use this. Okay, it's quite simple. Okay, n times u power of n minus 1 times u prime. So please make sure you have to times with the u prime. Okay. Okay, look at example number 1. Okay, we have example, find the derivative h prime of the function at hx equal to x squared plus x plus 1 square there. We have power of n square n equal to 2. Alright, so x, hold on, we have hx equal to x squared. Right. X squared plus x plus 1, and this all of the functions power to the power of 2. Okay, so you have to find x prime h prime x. So here we can conclude that u equal to x squared plus x plus 1. Then we have to find u prime. That's all for chain rule. U and u prime. We don't have any v and v prime. Okay, so we have to find the u prime here. Then we get 2x plus 1. Okay, so the formula of that, x prime x equal to n u power of n minus 1 times u prime, right? So we have to use this formula of chain rule. Okay, substitute all of the information given. And then we get n equal to 2, right? So 2 u equal to x squared plus x plus 1. This is your u actually. Power of n minus 1. So 2 minus 1 power of 1. Right? Times u prime. So u prime you get there. X 2x plus 1. Right? Okay, then we have to expand it. Expand the function. Okay, we can expand this to this. Then we get 4x plus 2. Okay, power multiply with x squared plus 1 plus 2 plus x plus 1. Okay, so if you give the final answer like this, you can get full marks. If you expand it, it's okay. You can get the full marks. So for x times x squared, so then we get 4x power of 3. For x times x, then we get 4x squared. For x times 1, then we get 4. So 2 times 2x, then we get 2x squared. 2 times x, then we get 2x. And 2 times 1, then we get 2. Right? Please make sure you expand, and then you have to simplify that. So for x cubed, 4x squared plus 2x squared, then we get 6x squared. Okay, plus 2x plus with 4 plus 2, then we get 6. It's okay you give this answer. It's okay so you can give the answer. Okay, that's all for product rule, quotient rule, and chain rule for now. Okay, make sure you understand all of the rules to better understand of the differentiation. Thank you so much and see you again. Thank you.